Harry, who has had some legal travails of his own in America after we finally had a resolution of sorts about this legal battle brought by the Heritage Foundation trying to get the government there to release details of his entry visa. Richard Kay, you've written about this in today's paper, and the headline suggests that Harry might be sitting on a ticking time bomb.
Well, I think you'd be foolish to think that this is now all over. What happened in the US this week was that certain documents were released which were not actually his application for a visa and what he put on his application form, which is what this Heritage Foundation, Washington think tank, have been trying to get to the bottom of, but actually explain the reasons why they weren't going to issue the full details. It was also heavily redacted. It was very hard to work out what, if anything, we've learned. But what I have learned is that the Heritage Foundation is an organization that is very much in tune with the Donald Trump White House, and they've really got the bit between their teeth. They're very well resourced, well funded, they've got a top-notch legal team, and they are pursuing this, and they will go on, and they are confident that at some stage, either through legal means or by Trump himself unilaterally issuing the actual documents that everyone wants to see, we'll get to the bottom of it. So what is it we're trying to find out here? What we're trying to find out is, was Harry truthful about his drug use when he applied for his green card to live in America? And it's a talking point because in his memoir, Spare, he famously talked about his use of cocaine as a 17-year-old and other recreational drugs that he'd taken over the years. Now, this might automatically disbar him from being allowed in the US. It is possible that he could even be deported. It's probably unlikely. It is also possible that Harry admitted this on the form and a special waiver was issued to allow him to stay. But these are the things people want to know.
Is it wrong of me to think that the fact that so much of these released documents are redacted speaks volumes?
Well, you can read too much into redacted documents, but yes, it could be that there is something there that the public have a right to know.
Do you think there's a risk for Harry that the more this is talked about, the more people will start to demand to know what on earth has gone on?
Well, it's a big issue. I think it's a question of fairness, isn't it? And from what I've heard from various Americans is they do feel strongly about it because lots of people are barred from entering America because of drug use that could be a long time in the past.
So that was Richard Kay and Richard Eden, where they were having a discussion about Prince Harry's visa, issue. You'd think they will stop, but they keep going on and on. And in fact, Richard Kay went ahead to write an article for the Daily Mail, which is titled, and I quote, "Harry is said to be relieved after the publication of his visa form and comments on drug use. But this is why I believe it could be the beginning, not the end of his nightmare." You would think they will let go, they will stop, but no. I mean, I was not expecting them to, because obviously they were going to look at another angle. So here's my thing. They have been making headlines of wanting Prince Harry's visa records to be made public. The Heritage Foundation, the media, has been making so much noise about Harry's visa being made public. They want him to be deported. They have an issue, or they think that he lied on his visa documents. So they made a lot of noise. The judge finally granted them their wish. Only that it's not the wish they had hoped for, because they got a heavily censored blackout. The documents were heavily redacted. And you'd think, okay, let's take the L. We tried with this. It's not working, so clearly let's just let this man be. But then again, these heritage debugs came forward, and actually with a different angle, they decided to pivot. And now they have a different angle. And here's the angle. Harry, do the right thing. We want you to do the right thing. Just come forward and do us a favor and self-deport. And now, when I read this headline from Daily Mail, Richard Kay's article, that Harry is said to be relieved after the publication of his visa form and comments on drug use, but this is why I believe it could be the beginning, not the end of his nightmare. This is a threat. It's like they are letting Harry know, we are not yet down with you. I mean, we know you are not going to be down with him. You're not going to just let go that easily. But this just speaks volume that these idiots These D-bags are never ever going to let Harry be or to live in peace. The fact that he's happy and thriving and just doing his thing, minding his business in another country and not bothering anyone, they cannot fathom that. They are looking for ways to just make him miserable day in, day out. So this is just a threat from the media and Richard K, all these experts that, hey, you thought we are down with you? Wait, just wait. It's funny that they treat Harry's wife appallingly and kids. They continuously continue to bash Meghan day in, day out. It's one thing we've known the media has been vocal about, hey, Harry, please come back. We want you back. Even though they keep contradicting themselves. 1 minute they're like, Harry, come back. We miss you. Come alone. Next minute it's like, okay, leave Meghan with the kids back in LA and just come. We will forgive you. Another's like, okay, please bring Meghan with you and the kids. We miss you. You are valuable assets to the farm. Come on, make up already and start working for the monarchy. They keep contradicting themselves. And you'd think that if they want them back, because at the end of the day, it's very clear from all this that, the extent, the length they're going to have Harry deported is the fact that they want him back in the UK. And you'll think, like, okay, we want him back, but what is the right way to do this? What can we do to make sure he comes back? Okay, first, let's stop talking about his wife and kids. Let's stop bashing. Okay, we can come up with a document and so not to ever talk bad about them. We can apologize of some sort. We can do something different. But no, they're choosing the other route, which is just continue bashing, talking shit about Meghan, Archie, and Harry, and Lilibet. It does not stop. Because it's very clear they want them in the UK. Because why else would you go to such extreme lengths to have Harry's visa records be made public? And even despite the fact that the judge released heavily redacted documents, they're still finding for other loopholes, other angles. They're not going to let this go. So this just tells you that really, really keen on wanting Harry back in the UK. But if you want him back, this is clearly not the way. If there's a slight chance that Harry will ever go back, Harry and Meghan will ever go back to the UK, I doubt this is how you win them over. You have to change your tactic because this is not it. This is not it. And I think at this time they're also sending this message that you're either going to come back to the UK willingly or by force. And here's one thing that I find so hypocritical is the fact that they think, let's say they manage or they're successful to deport Harry, which I highly doubt that will happen. What makes you think he's going to go back to a country that has been so mean towards his wife and kids? That has said negative things about his wife, that attacked him and his wife, that made him an scapegoat for his brother. His father threw him to the wolves, to the media, to do whatever they want with him. What makes you think he would want to come back there? I think he would rather go to Canada or any other country than go back to the UK. So there's a agenda where you're trying to push to have him deported by any means possible, thinking that, oh, he will come back. And we know the entire purpose of you wanting him back is to humiliate him, to have access to him. You cannot stand the fact that you don't have access to him, you don't have access to his kids. You want him back so you can do whatever you want. Because King Charles has made it clear he's in no way, shape or form going to defend Harry or Meghan from the media. In fact, he sold them out. He told them, hey, you can have my son and his wife, but give me good press. Me and William, Camilla and Kate, we want good press. That's basically what they said. And also they want Trump's administration to deport Harry. Trump has said multiple times, and I mean Trump, he said even Trump himself has no intentions of deporting Harry. You'll think they'll let this go, but no, they still want to push Trump to find ways to have Trump's administration interfere with the entire thing, to have Harry deported, to have these records be made public. Kay is saying they want to find out whether he lied on his visa application for drug use. Mind you, even in Spare, he talked about drug use way back when he was younger. William was also taking drugs. Piers Morgan, so many people. Why is it that their documents are not being made public? Why is it that we're not calling William's documents to be made public? Why is it that we continuously dehumanize Harry like he's not a human being, like his rights don't matter, like he's just some sort of person from a different planet? And it's nauseating. And then they were saying they're going to court to get Harry's immigration documents failed. But from Richard K's words, this is not the end of Heritage Foundation. That they are going to keep pursuing the case. I mean, if you told me that, I had no intention, I never thought for a second that they were going to let this one go, because they were hellbound on having Harry deported. So they say they're going to extreme lengths. I mean, they have the resources, they have the funds to have him deported. And that makes you wonder, you have the funds, Heritage Foundation has the funds. Who is funding Heritage Foundation that they are just having this discourse about Harry being deported over and over again? Does it click? Of course, it's the media. Who else is going to benefit from Harry being deported? It's the media, the UK tabloids, the UK media, because now they're going to have tons and tons of articles. If Harry is deported back to the UK, they have access to him. They can say, write whatever with no consequences. And they keep forgetting the reason why Harry even left from the UK is because of what the media did to his mother. Like, he has had to deal with that pain of what the media did to his mom. They drove his mom, Princess Anna, to her death. And no one was ever held accountable. And this is why the media can write such appalling articles. They can attack Meghan, they can attack Harry and their kids non-stop, knowing there are no consequences. Because who made that, clear, get the go-ahead for them to do that? King Charles. So the media now, they've come up with funds and they're pushing, they're behind the Heritage Foundation. Actually, they're on top. Heritage is just like a pawn. They're using Heritage as a pawn to have Harry back to the UK. And that's why they're going to an extreme length to fund Harry's lifestyle. To fund Heritage so that they can continue fighting this. They're giving them the resources to find loopholes in any way, shape, or form to have Harry be deported. And it's just sickening and disgusting. The media want to use Harry as, the playbook. They want to have a field day with him. They cannot accept the fact that Harry has boundaries. He's now private. He's protecting his wife and kids. This is another one of the ploys to just find Harry, to make Harry miserable, but it's not working. So now there's this discourse where people are saying, derangers, not everyone, derangers are saying the reason why the court released heavily redacted documents is because they're giving Prince Harry special treatment because he's a prince. No, dummy, it's because he has rights. Just like every other person in the United States, he has rights. And even the judge went ahead to say, listen, there's no way, he has every right. If we release this, the media and people, this is not safe. It's not okay. We're setting him up for people to just attack him. He has rights like most people. We have so many drug dealers, so many people whose records are not being made public. But you can just see this is a targeted campaign to have Harry deported. Because now they cannot accept the fact that Harry just has rights as a human being, where his documents are heavily protected, just like you and I. Now they're looking for another loophole. Or they did that because he's a prince, so he's getting special treatment. No, dummies. He has rights, and his rights should be protected, just like any other normal citizen or any other normal person. There's nothing wrong with that, so get over it. If you want Harry back in your country, please, this is not the way to go. The media, the tabloids, the royal family, this is not how you do it. You need to change your strategy. Even if you have even like a slight chance of him coming back, stop attacking his wife, stop attacking his kids. Apologize, have a contract in place and swear never to do this again. But we know you're not going to do that. It's funny that you keep saying you chose William and Kate, they're more popular, they're the best royal family members. But day in, day out, even after Meghan left, years to date, you are still chasing after her, writing horrible things about her day in, day out. It's disgusting. It's appalling. It's annoying. Write about William and Kate. If they're more popular, why are you not writing about them? And this is why they want Harry and Meghan back in the UK, especially Harry, so they can write. If William writes or does something negative, they'll bring up another article to defend to defend William. They will cover William's mistakes with Harry's articles. So William gets away with things. We know he's a shitty human being. But every time something is written about him, it's redacted immediately. And then they go attack Meghan to cover him for William's bad behavior. You said this, accept the fact that Harry healed, moved on. Meghan has also healed as well. They're minding their business. They're happy. You think you'd want them happy and let them be. They don't care about you. They're not fixated on you. But no, this discourse is still going on going. You think they'll accept, okay, we tried in court, it didn't work, let's let him be. No, now, oh, he got special treatment. Oh no, we are still going after you. These documents must be made clear. And we know you're just a pawn in the royal family and the media's game book. It's annoying and it's frustrating. And to have people like Richard K also even say, like, threaten Harry, but this is just the beginning. You're in for a nightmare and get away with it. That just speaks volume. And this is why I'm glad, so glad and so happy that Harry and Meghan left. And they're in a community and in a country that is welcoming, that loves them, they are protected, their privacies are protected, people don't cross their boundaries. That is all that matters. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching Trend Talks. Let me know your thoughts about this entire video in the comments below. Don't forget to like and to share. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Stay safe. Until then, bye.